Welcome to the 55th edition of the Oak Bay Tea Party Parade. I'm here with Bill Murphy-Dyson, Mr. Tea Party, past chair of the Society. You were involved with parades for a long time, Bill, and I'm sure we're going to see a great one today.
Oh, it should be just the best. I'm happy to be here as the retired chair of the Tea Party, and before that, I was the retired parade chair. But 27 years ago is when I started. So it's great to just be out here and enjoy it.
Yeah, we've been watching the people lining up and getting settled with the children, and dogs and balloons out already. And of course, everybody's waiting to see what the entertainment will be. There's always lots of great bands and drill teams and acrobats, and I think everybody loves a parade.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Perfect way to start the Oak Bay Police welcoming the crowd with all kinds of noise and great light flashes.
Yes, we had Andy Brinton go by. He's the Oak Bay Police Chief since 2014. He missed the first parade, though, in 2014 because he was in a mountain bike accident, broke his leg.
Wow.
Right after he got his new job.
What a way to start.
And then that's the mascot of the Saanich Police Department, isn't it?
That's so adorable. Look at the kids, all excited. Mascots are a big hit. His name's Ace, keeping Saanich safe
Andy.
since 1906.
Andy was driving his own car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Police budget, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Saanich Police.
And looks like some cops for cancer riders there, perhaps.
Oh, the Tour de Rock. Yes, that's coming up again. They've been doing that since 1998, Daphne, the Tour de Rock, and they've raised over $20 million for the Canadian Cancer Society.
It's pretty amazing what they've done. I have always been impressed with their training. They train 3 days a week, hill, night, speed, nights, and long-distance endurance rides.
Yeah, it's not my idea of a good time. They go over 1,000 kilometers from the north end of Vancouver Island all the way down to Victoria.
It's an amazing effort, that's for sure. And every community on Vancouver Island seems to get involved. That's how you raise the money, you know?
Yeah.
Just keep spreading the word. The Canadian Cancer Society does a wonderful job. It's neat to see the kids having fun, too. They've got some junior riders now. Remember when they used to, pretty well it was limited to just the police officers, but now they have junior riders and even some of the kids who have siblings who unfortunately have been touched by cancer.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, those guys that do go in that Tour de Rock, they're like folk heroes to all the kids around here.
Exactly. There's some nice images of people enjoying themselves today. It's great to see all ages here. There goes the 98.5 Ocean Cruiser.
Yes.
I see they are the radio sponsors, along with KISS 103.1.
They are. They, you know, they're the... Yeah, the radio sponsor. I guess that's what you call it.
That's what they are, yes.
And I guess Shaw is the TV sponsor now.
I like that.
I like that too.
There's more balloons, and it's Crime Stoppers. Of course, a lot of people still think Crime Stoppers are a branch of the police department, but in fact, no. It's a volunteer organization, and they are very much connected to community. Citizens of the community that get involved in the Tips and Leads program, which helps with arrests, of course. Greater Victoria Crime Stoppers have been going for a long time. And
look at this is one of my favorite things in the parade.
Yes.
Look at these old machines. They're called Western Command Group.
It's the Western Command Military Vehicle History Society, and quite amazing. They've been going about 12 years. And really remarkable to see some of the condition in these vehicles. A group of military enthusiasts that run the organization, and they're dedicated to sourcing, restoration, and preservation of a broad assortment of military vehicles, from motorbikes even to Humvees.
I know, I see that. And they're all privately owned.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get any money from anybody. This is their hobby, and they love to come out to parades and show off their stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Look at those old bikes. Wow.
Are those real goggles that did they use
so.
those in those days?
You wonder where they source these vehicles. I imagine some of them have come from way outside of BC even, and there's quite a lot of them.
And they do their own restoration, and this is how they pay themselves off. They get to fool around, show off in the Tea Party.
Right. I like the fact that they say that some of these vehicles are dedicated to the memory of those who served in the forces. Very unique.
And they're not all old. That's a Hummer, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I trust your judgment there, Bill. They are members of the Military Vehicle Preservation Association.
Oh, and that's a worldwide group.
True enough. And here come proud members of the Oak Bay Fire Department. It was established in 1937. And they have one of the best Christmas displays in the entire Greater Victoria region. They've always done an excellent job at the fire department.
I do. I wonder if Dave Cockle is in there. He's the fire chief. Can't see if he's in the car or not.
Lots of waves.
Yeah. It has happened, you know, when the Oak Bay Fire Department has had to leave the parade in the middle to actually take a call.
Really?
Yeah. It's quite exciting.
A little excitement there.
Yeah.
How long do you think it took to wash and clean all those vehicles?
I used to live across the street from the fire hall, and once a week, at least once a week they do it. And it's great.
I bet there are a few young people who are saying, I want to be a fireman one day.
It's great to have the Victoria Fire Department come out too, and to the Oak Bay Tea Party Parade.
They've all done a lot. Every one of our fire departments done a lot to raise awareness of a lot of charitable organizations. They've got partnerships with a lot of charitable organizations.
Now these guys, they're retired firefighters who belong to the Victoria Fire Department Historical Society. And these old fire engines that we're looking at now, oh, they're just beautiful. It's actually officially part of the Victoria Fire Department, the Historical Society.
They've done a lot of full restorations. They say one of their most successful was the restoration of the 1899 steam pumper, the Charles E. Redfern.
And that was horse-drawn.
There's a 1952 Kenworth.
How do you know? Oh, you're reading it right on them. Boy, you're really good at this, Daphne.
Yes, I have lots of cheat sheets. Pretty looking vehicles. And there's the Oak Bay Emergency Response Vehicle as well.
Right, and coming up behind that is what I still can't get over is no longer called the Oak Bay Sea Rescue Society. It's called the RCM, SAR Station 33 Oak Bay.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. And that stands for the Royal Canadian Marine Search and Rescue Station 33 Oak Bay. But they are a group of volunteers. They're still a volunteer society, and they're raising money right now. What are they raising it for?
They're raising, well, they'd like to raise $380,000 for a fast response craft. Always looking for new volunteers and members as well.
Yep, they do great stuff for the Oak Bay Tea Party, too. They're out there on the water supervising people so they don't get too carried away with their having fun. And they have to keep the water clear for the air show every year on the
So there goes their 28-foot response vessel, which has a cruising speed of 70 kilometers an hour. What a great scene that is.
Oh, there's Kenny Podmore. That is the official town crier.
Who now has someone to accompany him.
That's, yes, what do they call It's
escort.
not his escort.
That's the
yes.
official.
And that's not a derogatory term in the land of
Not
town
today.
criers.
Not
no.
today.
And Kenny Podmore, when he's not the Oak Bay town crier, he's actually a councillor in Sydney.
In Sydney, he gets around.
He does.
One end to the other of the region here. Little tip of the hat there.
Yes.
That's very nice.
He loves doing what he does as a town crier.
He's been doing that for 15 years.
Gee whiz.
And his escort was Rhonda Todrick.
Okay.
Whoa, there's some candy. That was a familiar face. That was Sandy Germain going by. This is the Oak Bay Tea Party Society float. And the music is supplied by the Glenlyon Norfolk Show Choir. There they are. That's a very pretty float. Safe Kids Week. That brings our attention to, of course, keeping kids safe. Well, parades are really for kids. Right, Bill? Look at all these kids.
They're
and
all...
lots of candy, just like you promised.
That's it.
Candy being thrown all over the place.
I think that Rick Hawes, the parade chair, has changed the order of things here. We've got the Glenlyon Norfolk School. Yeah, that's what he did. He changed the order on us.
Just
GNS, Glenlyon Norfolk School. It
Just
goes from
for
junior
fun.
kindergarten all the way up to grade 12. Boys and girls. It used to be, you remember in the olden days there was Glenlyon School for boys and Norfolk House School for girls.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yep.
They saw that beautiful campus in the Rattenbury House on Beach Drive. It's just stunning, and they take such good care of that beautiful historic house. Here comes the namesake, the Oak Bay School Band, who managed to make their way all over the world. You know, I was remembering about Dave Dunnett, long-term band leader at Oak Bay High School, that he had actually taken the Oak Bay High Band to Buckingham Palace and on lots of European trips over the years.
I didn't know that. I know he was there when I started volunteering for the Tea Party back in 1989, and he was Dr. Dave Dunnett.
Oh, yes?
But he had a thing, he would only put the band in the marching band in the parade once every 2 years.
Huh.
Yeah, but now Jeff Weaver is the director of bands at Oak Bay, and he actually won the floating teacup race last year, you know. Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Multi-talented. You know, I love the school spirit of Oak Bay. They've always had masses of it. And, of course, we have to boast about the great standings academically and in sports and so on.
Yeah, well, our member of the legislature here at Oak Bay Gordon Head, Andrew Weaver, he's a graduate of there, and he became a Nobel Prize winner.
Sure did. And now he's got a very big new role, along with the NDP in BC.
Well, he's kind of like a king now, I think.
That's
at
right.
least for a little while. King for a day, maybe a month, I don't know.
It's great. He's being very green riding his bicycle today.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be able to hear some of this music.
Remember in the old days when marching bands, they played military music. Now it's really quite hip, isn't it? They must have half the school in this. now they're showing off for the judges.
That's right. We can see a few of the council members from Oak Bay looking ahead. I'm sure they're going to give them a good mark.
Look, they even have the musicians dancing in this. You know what happens every year? This is great for the band to show off their stuff, but the rest of the parade has to wait.
Yeah.
They stop.
That's great. Good choreography.
Well, that's a pretty good show.
Those students can be so proud, Bill. It's incredible to think the Oak Bay Marching Band has been performing in Victoria and so many other places for 70 years,
70 years, wow.
all over the world.
Oh, and there's the Oak Bay School float behind. I guess that's an acorn
I was just
on top.
I was just going to say
First I thought it was that Mr. Floaty.
No, he's
Uh-oh, we'll be in
definitely
trouble.
retired now.
Oh, thank you.
Have
We're
a
getting
candy.
candies in here.
Thank
There we
you.
go. Oh, we got a group from Movie Monday. The Movie Monday project is, they put on movies at the Eric Martin Theater on Trent Street. What is it,
Yeah.
once a month or something?
Yeah,
And
free movies and panel discussions, and we have to give credit to founder Bruce Saunders. He's done an incredible job with that organization, helping to bring attention to mental health and mental illness. Thank you.
hi.
We're getting pelted with candies. There's a cheerful-looking group.
Okay, Everly, you're free.
The
Glen Lyon Norfolk School going by. We've got
No, that's Gonzales
This is the school
Cooperative.
contingent. We've
Yeah.
got all kinds of schools.
That was the Gonzales Preschool. Now we have the Ross Bay Preschool. And the kids, they're just exhausted by the end of this parade, but because it's quite a long way for them to walk. But they sure love it. They have a great time.
And there's an Oak Bay parent-owned preschool. There's all kinds of preschool folks here.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And St. Christopher's Montessori School coming up here. Yeah.
The freezy.
Thank you.
One of the people from the preschool
There's
gave
the
us a freezy.
Gonzales preschool folks. You sure see the spike in participation in this section of the parade.
Oh, boy, yeah.
We've got all kinds of elementary school kids, and look how much fun they're having.
They get a little bit mixed up, too. Oh, they're all intertwined. It's Gonzales.
Yes,
And
it's called cooperation,
Yeah.
collaboration. Everybody in the school district working together here. Little tiny ones in strollers.
oh, and
There's
here's
a
the,
lot of candy being munched in this crowd here.
and here's the Oak Bay Preschool. I think they're in Windsor Park. They used to be in Windsor Park.
Parent-owned. There are more and more of those preschools. They belong to the Cooperative Preschool Association.
You know, you think
Great
of
to see.
Victoria and Oak Bay as being for the newlyweds and nearly dead. You know, you heard that? Look at all these
Not
kids
now.
around here. Oak Bay's full of kids.
Great place to raise kids as well. more of the Oak Bay Preschool. They've got a large group here.
Yeah, and then there's some St. Christopher's
Montessori School.
They've been faithfully in the parade here at Oak Bay for years. And they just get more and more preschools coming out with all the kids. Word gets around.
That one opened in 1978. They've got all kinds of mascots.
Yeah, and they still have the original house that they converted to a building, and they've added bits and pieces to the building since then.
Lots of things, including a major playground that was completed a few years ago.
There sure is a lot of high-tech equipment for kids now. Those strollers, and some of them are made for running along.
I was just going to say, some of those kids I don't think would make the entire route unless they had a scooter. Oh, this is the Butterflyway project, which is part of the David Suzuki Foundation. And looking for flight paths for beneficial insects, butterflies. Isn't that cool?
Oh, yes.
Such an interesting project.
I think it's only one species of butterfly, too, the monarch.
Uh-huh.
But they have a long way to go all through North America. And Victoria Gymnastics. They actually did a little bit of a performance here for us at the Oak Bay Tea Party last year.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, here they go. Look at these kids. They're going to do some stuff. Now, that's got to be pretty scary on asphalt
Cement.
to be doing that. Yeah.
Yes. Well, you have to be confident, that's for sure. Over 35,000 children have taken part in the programs at the Victoria Gymnastics School.
Boy.
Isn't that great?
And it's they're always looking for new recruits, and they guarantee a ratio of no more than 8 students per instructor.
That's one way to learn when you have a group that small. Oh, look, she's darling. It sure builds confidence. Any kind of performance does.
Boy.
You know that too, Bill. Theater as well. It's all such a great way to build confidence in kids.
Oh, and here
And
comes
the always popular Victoria Children's Choir we have.
Yes, under the direction of one of my high school sweethearts. Madeline
Really?
Gruce was her name then, but now it's Madeline Humer.
And the Gruce is such a very well-known Victoria family. Madeline's great to work with and has been such an incredible inspiration for those kids. That's another group that proudly represents Victoria in many places around the world.
Yes, they won a very prestigious European competition 2 years ago. I think they were there.
I remember. They have over 80 young singers, ages 7 to 18. And a lot of choirs, a concert choir, a recital choir, a prelude choir.
And then a lot of them go on to sing professionally in choirs, not just in Victoria.
Oh, I love this group. I want you to do this, Bill. This
the
is
Island Hoppers. This makes me sore just watching them. Look at them go.
There's so much fun.
Precision Skipping Team. It's a non-profit organization dedicated to furthering the sport of jump rope.
They've been doing it for 20 years on Vancouver Island.
It's amazing.
They do lots and lots of really great demonstrations all over the island. It's a recreational team, fun-based chance for kids to learn more skills and prepare for tryouts for the competitive team.
And look, they even have their own truck and trailer.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Skipping is one of those great activities. It's it used to be really underrated. You know, you can have such a great workout when you jump on a jump rope.
Yeah, but Daphne, I'm so old that when I was a kid, only girls jumped rope. That and boxers. That was it.
Here come the minis, the Victoria Minis Car Club, and they're so
And look how
adorable.
the what I call real minis. That's the way they were originally. You know, there's new minis now, but they're quite a
Yes.
whole lot bigger. My mother had one of those.
They get together at least once a month and exchange mini ideas.
Now look at
and
that. Look at that.
That's
Oh, with
really
a
neat
trailer.
little trailer.
I've never seen one of those before.
So they have all kinds of activities, tech days, movie nights, drives, parades, of course. And they get very involved in the European Car Picnic, which is held at the Children's Health Foundation that used to be the Queen Alexandra Hospital.
Now, do you think that is a real mini? What do they call it? A Moki?
That's a kind of a dressed up mini for sure.
Gee whiz, and it's got a trailer too. You wouldn't think that would be allowed on the road, but look, it's got a real license plate on it.
It does. Here comes the Spectrum Community School Marching Band.
Now, I have to
there are
tell
a few standouts in Victoria, these marching bands. You see them everywhere. Reynolds, Oak Bay, Spectrum, and they're just fantastic.
And it is so great that they actually come behind the tweed curtain to the Oak Bay Tea Party Parade because, you know, they're up against the home team. They're competing with each other. One of them gets a trophy. And to come here into Oak Bay High territory and perform, it takes some guts, and they're just the greatest. Everybody really appreciates them, regardless of who actually wins.
True enough.
The director of Spectrum is Jamie Davis. Oh, there. He walks along. Actually, all of them, the band directors walk along with the bands.
They've got a really snappy marching tune here.
Featuring the drums right now. It'll be interesting to see if they stop and do something for the Oak Bay Councillor judges that are there to judge them.
So this marching band is actually pretty new. They began in 2006. It's a first for Spectrum School having a marching band. They receive lots of invitations. They've been to many places in Canada and the United States.
Okay. And that's Jamie Davis calling the shots there. It's very interesting. They just had a shot of the kids' shoes, and it looks like they have yeah, look at that. See, they're all the same.
Spent a lot of time cleaning their shoes.
Special marching band shoes. I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, cool. This is a great song.
Oh, sit back and listen to this. Okay, I knew they were going to do something eventually.
This is called random cardio.
They still got a long way to go in the parade.
Nice job.
Well, that's a great job. You know, it's great that they learn to play these instruments as well. It goes on for a long time. Oh, look,
And
now we
they
have...
say it's to develop a lasting appreciation for the value of music, and it certainly does.
Yeah. This is Abstract Developments. They're just going to start building soon another place in Oak Bay. They've done a lot of projects all through Greater Victoria under the ownership of Mike Miller. And
That's right. Mike is really well known in the whole Victoria area. Abstract's expanding like crazy.
And look what he's brought out to be in this parade. That's pretty nice going.
So at this year's parade, Abstract really stepped up to be the gold sponsor for the fireworks, which was super.
That was really something. It meant a lot to the Oak Bay Tea Party Society. They decided to do fireworks because it was the 150th anniversary of Canada, and cost a lot of money to go up and smoke and
True.
fireworks. And Abstract Development came out and did it for us.
And we have to say, in Oak Bay, their latest development is the Madison. It's a 22-home community.
Right.
Great to see them as part of the parade.
There's the Oak Bay News. That's the media print sponsor for the Oak Bay Tea Party Society.
Love working with those folks.
Yeah, they're very
And who
good
do we
to us.
have? We have publisher Janet Gardner. We've got the editor, Christine Van Rewick, and John Stewart, the advertising consultant for Oak Bay News. Those community papers are really fantastic. They knit the community together. They report on a lot of really important local news. Great to see them as part of the parade here. What a beautiful car. It's a restored 1976 Cadillac Eldorado. Whoop,
Yeah,
it just went by,
it
and,
went
now,
by,
and now we see the
yeah.
Ram.
And the Oak
This
Bay
is Dodge
Marine
Ram.
Group is here. Yeah, Dodge Ram. Yeah, and it's pulling one of the Oak Bay Marine Group's boats that they rent out here at the Oak Bay Marina. The Oak Bay Marine Group's been a sponsor of the Tea Party for a long time. Started out with Bob Wright when he was around. And
I have a hard time believing that this is their 55th year.
of
Wow.
the Oak Bay Marine Group,
Yes. They operate the Pedder Bay RV Resort and Marina. A lot of people may not know that. And also the Cape Santa Maria
Oh boy,
Beach
is that
Resort and
kid,
Villa
he's
in the
been
Bahamas.
practicing
Yes.
throwing those candies.
The dogs are out in force today too. And here's the Community Association of Oak Bay. Community-minded people who live, learn, work, and play in Oak Bay.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I guess, a shadow council.
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly
Well,
what
very
it is.
involved people, that's for sure. And here's the wonderful Oak Bay Beach
A
Hotel.
beautiful Oak Bay Beach Hotel. They're another sponsor of the Tea Party. They donate raffle prizes every year for the Tea Party, and
Sure is a beautiful spot.
I'd like to win one of those one of these years, you know.
Yes, I bet.
Get to stay. And there's the Thrifty Foods Fairfield truck.
I think just about everywhere you go, if there's a community event, there's Thrifty Foods. They are
Yes.
such a wonderful community-involved sponsor of so many great initiatives.
Now you see, the driver of that car, he's looking around because he's got kids all over the place. There they are. And he wants to try and make sure that they all stay away from the truck.
That's right. They're handing out fruit snacks, I think.
Oh, not so much the candy, yeah.
Getting their exercise for sure.
And Thrifty Foods, they hire students all the time, you know, in the summertime. And it's a great community company. Ooh, look, this brought us some stuff. Thank you very much.
Feeding us. They're really feeding us here at the table. Fruit to go. A nice healthy snack. Can't believe that the Fairfield Thrifty Foods has been operating for 40 years. That was the original,
What's that?
the Fairfield store.
That is,
Thrifty
that was.
Foods.
It was Alex Campbell took over an old Safeway store. Safeway wasn't making any profit, so Alex Campbell bought it, and the rest is history.
True, for sure. BC Guide Dog is coming up here. BC and Alberta. Guide Dogs is a registered charity, and they provide service dogs to individuals who are blind, visually impaired. And you know what, Bill? They also supply guide dogs for children with autism at no cost to the recipient. But the only way this works is if people volunteer to raise these dogs from puppydom.
That's right, and they're not allowed to baby them. They've got to always in training,
They're
aren't they?
working dogs, that's for sure.
Oh, but
and
they're
using
so
their
beautiful.
logoed car there. They have their volunteer puppy raisers walking their dogs. Just adorable. Oh,
Yeah, you see
getting
they're-
a little
they're
bit out of hand there. Yes, you can tell those are puppies.
There's a lot of stimulation at the
But
Oak Bay
you
Tea Party Parade.
You see the logo, that's a little calmer dog.
Yes.
Yeah, when they get a bit older.
That's-
They're adorable. Look at that. Oh, so adorable. That's a little puppy dog for
That's
sure.
a very small one. Yes.
Just learning. That's a very nice demonstration. Shows you how skilled they are.
Yeah, there's the Oak Bay Volunteers Society, Oak Bay Volunteer Services they call it. They're a decorated car. They provide a lot of good service for the seniors in Victoria, taking them to
And-
appointments and stuff like that.
Yeah, driving, visiting, walking, wheelchair pushes. You know, so many things they do. Reading and writing, good day phone calls. Amazing.
And I've seen it where they're giving out pins for service, and the people have been volunteering there with them for 35 years, some of them. And look, here
It's
we have the
incredible.
Reynolds Marching
They
Band.
came all the way from Saanich.
All the way from Saanich. This is under the direction of Dave Flello, who is an accomplished trumpet player in his own right.
He's an incredible leader. You know that Reynolds has choir, strings, concert bands, jazz bands, this marching band, R&B bands. They have a pit band for musical theater and a carol band. Dave Flello never stops, and these students are quite incredible.
He's a hard-working guy. They're taking it very seriously, aren't they?
I think they know that they're right in front of the judges' stand.
Yes. That was Dave Flello taking up the rear there. Oh, the Royal Victoria Yacht Club.
Oh,
is
fresh
up
off
here.
the Swiftsure race recently, which welcomed sailors from all over the Pacific Northwest.
And I actually got to go on a boat in the Swiftsure this year.
Fun times.
Oh, it was great.
And it was such great weather this year. Super to see. I love the Royal Victoria Yacht Club because they welcome anybody of any age. You can learn to sail anytime you want. They've got a great program there, wonderful instructors, extremely welcoming. And here's the Bays United, Soccer for Life.
That's a big organization in Oak Bay.
A registered nonprofit society. They have all kinds of people involved. And it emphasizes the fact that soccer's for anybody. They've got approximately 1,500 individuals playing from age 5 up to 60 and beyond.
Oh, we got a bit of a protest here with the Sierra Club of BC in the Tea Party Parade. I see a sign saying, now this is your favorite, Daphne. This is the the kilt,
Oh, boy.
the kilt guys, the window washers.
Men in
What do they call?
kilts.
Oh,
I love what they say. Just remember, no peeking. It could almost cause a car accident the first time I saw them in Fairfield. I'd never seen a guy in a kilt up a ladder, and there were lots of cars on the road, and just about we all had an accident.
What a cute dog.
Isn't it adorable?
He's got boots on.
We are the men in kilts.
Men in kilts with cute dogs.
We are the men in kilts. If you see our guys on the ladder, please do not look up. Clap your hands.
And following them is the Recreation Oak Bay. They've got their bus here and some volunteers. And where are all those bubbles coming from? Oh, they're coming from the men in kilts. Recreation Oak Bay. They have programs all year long, of course. And
They're getting really busy for their summer camp time now. Lots going on there.
again, a source of lots of summer jobs for university students and so on. And this is a great combination. This is the Kidney Foundation and the Corvette Club have got together to show off a Corvette as well as to promote the Kidney Foundation.
Exactly. I love that. The Victoria Corvette Club was established to promote the Corvette lifestyle.
Whatever that is.
North America's greatest sports car.
Oh, the tutor
and there
doctor.
goes the tutor doctor doing great work with kids and mathematics. And here's the Greater Victoria Public Library.
Ah, yes, we have one of those.
They get out in the community
in
so
Oak Bay.
much, always at parades and fairs. Really good to see them.
And they've got a lot of computers in libraries now, right?
True. Rivera is a retirement living complex, and they work in partnership with a lot of not-for-profit organizations such as the Alzheimer's Society and the Royal Canadian Legion.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Oh, croissant. Wow. So what's going on behind the scenes at our hosting table is people are feeding us. we must look hungry. Or they think we're
they
the
think
judges
they'll get more
or something.
airtime,
There goes
yes.
the Simply Computing folks. Nice to have them here. Now this is one of the brand new real estate companies in Victoria, Engel and Volkers. See a lot of their signs. It's, thank you, a worldwide company, Engel and Volkers,
They're a pretty hot
operating in 32 countries on 4 continents. Jim LeBlanc and Scott Piercy opened the 4 Vancouver Island locations starting in 2012.
I think that's Scott Piercy driving the car. He's an Oak Bay guy. It's hard to tell if it's him or not. He's blowing up a balloon.
And they're moving along with a group of their 23 real estate advisors and their families. They have quite a range of services, private and institutional clients.
And they sure seem to like those Audi cars. There's another one.
I think it's got
Just
something
went
to do with
by.
that German engineering.
Yeah, could be. And Berwick House retirement community car there. That's another retirement. They have homes in Victoria.
That's
none in Oak
definitely
Bay, I don't
true.
think. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. But credit to Gordon and Chris Denford. They have started this company in 1989, and they have locations in
Well,
Victoria,
there's
of
a
course.
very happy resident going in
Yes.
the parade.
That's great to see. Such a great smile. 2 residents in Victoria at Royal Oak and Gordon Head, and also others up the island. Here's the Threshold Housing Society coming along. And yes, youth homelessness is real. It is great to see this organization thriving.
That came
They
out
do
of
so
Christchurch
much.
Cathedral.
That's right. And they do a lot to make sure that youth are housed. Of course, they were very concerned about the large number of people living on the streets.
There is, used to be on CBC radio.
Joanne Roberts, yes.
Joanne, yes.
So the leadership came from Rick Sandberg. He was the Anglican street chaplain concerned about homelessness, and they started the Threshold Housing Society. Started in 1990, and they operate Mitchell House and Holly House.
This is a great turnout for the Tea Party Parade.
And CISV used to be called the Children's International Summer Village. It's a global
Yes.
network of volunteers of all ages.
They have a beautiful facility out in the Machosen area. It's nice to see them out here. Get students from all over the world coming.
They have educational programs and lots of people traveling to other parts of the world, promoting peace and cross-cultural understanding.
For those kids, they're looking for more
More
looking
candy.
for more candy, but instead they're going to get the clowns.
I wondered where the Shriners were. Here
Yes,
they come.
They are bringing up the rear of the parade, actually.
Great members of the parade always.
I wonder how long that fire engine has been around.
I think we have to really give a great deal of gratitude to the Shriners. They do a huge amount for children.
Yep.
They help kids all over the world.
They raise a lot of money and they have a lot of fun doing it.
And I think it's one of the oldest organizations. You know, I remember them in the Victoria Day Parade decades ago.
Yeah, remember the circus?
Yes.
They're going to give
It's
you
a clown
They're
unit.
going to give you.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
thank
That
you.
means we can have our own.
For her.
He wants me
It's
to
for
put that
you.
on.
Yeah.
Okay. How's that?
Oh, you look good. Looking
I
good.
think I'm
there.
an honorary Shriner.
Oh, I've never seen their pictures up there before.
It's a,
I wonder how long it takes to
really
put on
neat.
their makeup.
yeah. You have to be
And
a
then
special
this is-
person to be a clown.
This is the Oak Bay Rec Center bus, and it goes along after the end of the parade. This is the end of the parade now, and it picks up all the volunteers that are blocking the streets. And
Super. I love that.
Yeah.
The driver says, that's all, folks. The judges have their work cut out for them, I think. Bill, another great Oak Bay Tea Party parade has finished.
I wouldn't want to be one of those judges, especially when they have to come up with a winner for the band. But
No kidding.
anyways, it's all in fun. Everybody comes out and has a good time. I had a great time today. Thanks very much for having me, Daphne.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Happy retirement. And thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.